What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Hey, hope you guys enjoyed that. Some people actually like that little like intro thing from YouTube. So let's figure out throw it on there. But nonetheless, let's see. The stream is acting up a little wonky. Hang on. See if I can fix the stream. Let me know if you guys can actually like see me, hear me clearly, because I don't know, this is just gonna be weird. Today just had to be the day where everything just kind of messes up. Why? All right, if someone could just like input, let me know. Is it frozen? Is it glitchy? Is it grr? Because like it's showing me here on the whole thing that it's like 1 bar. So that means that the signal is very weak. Yeah, I'm trying to configure things here to fix that problem. You see it's clear? Today's just not the day. I'll try to get through this. I will try, but if the stream crashes, yeah. It would be the hotspot, then I'd have to try like a different hotspot or something. I got so much things here. Just need to move things around. Okay. All right. Well, let's get into it then. Let's talk about Pixel Pass. I just dropped a video just kind of like outlining and talking about it. I mean, hey, what's up, Paul? What's going on, man? And very interesting, Pixel Pass. This is something that I've talked about before. I can't remember what video how long ago the video was that I talked about that they needed some sort of like subscription-based thing as to what they're announcing right now. But at least they're announcing one. Well, not announcing. We won't know until 8 days from today if that's actually a thing. Brandon Lee from This Is Tech Today is the one who leaked it on Twitter. He leaked a photo, a screenshot of what would be very convincing to be Google explaining the Pixel Pass. No, I don't want to hear that. There it goes, like launching the assistant. Anyways, so with that being said, apparently with this whole thing, subscription based, we don't know what the price is going to be per month. If it's and we don't even know how it's structured. Is it, when you buy a Pixel, you can subscribe to Pixel Pass and get all these features in, or is this a subscription base that includes getting the phone, Google Fi service, and then YouTube Premium and Music, Google One, and what was the other one? Oh, extended warranty on the phone, and all the other stuff. That's the thing that I'm just a little bit like concerned about, is like, which is it? Because the explanation from different websites that are talking about Pixel Pass are their verbiage is in so many different ways. Greetings from Greece. Greetings from the US. Um, it's the verbiage is just so weird, and so um, you know, if it's the latter, if it's a monthly subscription base that gets you the phone and gets you all those perks at a monthly price, I think that would be pretty cool. And it would be nice if they had the option, right? If it was able to get you the phone and all those perks, or just subscribe to the perks, right? And just exclude the phone out of it and have like a two different price tier. I think that would actually be beneficial too to a lot of people out there who may be interested. However, it's not very clear as to what it is. It's not very clear as to how this is going to work. I mean, even if we have the screenshot that shows a lot of the things that are involved with Pixel Pass, it's just not very clear. So I guess we have to like wait a little longer just to kind of see. Let's see here. Was wondering, what Pixel phones do you currently have? All of them. I have a Pixel 1. Most of them are like in my drawer, but I have a Pixel 1. I have a Pixel 1 XL, a 2 XL. I have 2 Pixel 3s. I don't have the XL model of that. I have a Pixel 4, but not the XL model of that. I have a Pixel 4a, and I have a Pixel 5. So the only ones that I don't have is the 3XL, the 4XL, the 3A XL, because I have a Pixel 3a also, but not the XL of that. So I'm missing the 3XL, 3A XL, 4XL, 4A 5G, and 5A. Other than that, I pretty much have like just about every version of it, just not, well, every generation of it, just not all the variants of the generations. Yeah, so I'm you can say I'm a Pixel fan. Just about all of them. So, but yeah, the whole Pixel Pass thing is just not absolutely clear, and I really want a little bit more clarification on it. And I think it's a pretty cool thing. If you were to get a Pixel phone, being able to get the Pixel Pass and everything like that would actually be really cool, really nice. But again, like I said in my video, which I was like half asleep when I made that video. When I said in that video, I absolutely still stick with that. And that I think like one of the big things that should be thrown in with this Pixel Pass is the continued backup storage at full resolution, not full resolution, but scaled down resolution. So what they consider to be their storage saver option. You should get unlimited photo backups with that option. Because it was one of the big selling points of Google Pixel phones and why people liked Google Pixel phones. One of the main things, because I mean, obviously with a Pixel phone, it's for its main thing is photos, right? Taking photos and capturing life moments and stuff like that. So when you take away the ability to back those photos up and have an unlimited amount of backup, it kind of defeats the purpose, right? So, and I get it. They want more people to subscribe to the Google One services. Like that's really what their intentions are, is to get more people to subscribe. Because when they were giving the unlimited photo backup and storage saver option, not a lot of people were opting to go and purchase Google One and get the additional cloud storage and backup in full resolution. There was like maybe a small amount of people who did it. So by them taking that away, with future Pixel devices such as the Pixel 5a and the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, and possibly if this thing is announced in 8 days, but the Pixel Fold and whatnot, what I mean, like that takes away from what you can do with your Pixel phone. You can take all the photos you want, but you have to find a different way to back that stuff up. Whether it's connecting your device to a laptop and then backing those photos up to a flash drive or to an external hard drive or something of that nature. Like for me, if I really wanted to, I have like a 1 terabyte hard drive that I don't use it for anything, and I could just literally just like store every photo and video in that thing and have enough ample space to do that and just basically create my own storage. But one of the things that I don't know how to do is set that driver up with some sort of network connections to do like an automatic backup to that external drive. It would be cool if you were able to just like plug it in, connect it to Wi-Fi, and just have it sit kind of like a server, and just have my photos back up into it. But that's for a whole different thing. Hey Gary, how's it going, man? So while beggars can't be choosers, because I don't want to rub Google the wrong way, but I really feel like that's one of the things that they really, really should have actually added into the perks of the Pixel Pass. And you know what? If this thing is real, it's not far away. It's not out of reach for them to make some sort of adjustments and changes. They can always add that in later on at a later time. Maybe if they see more people bite with this, they may actually do that, and I think that would be a very good thing. The microphone this way. That would be a very good thing. I think it would be. The YouTube Premium thing is actually pretty cool. I feel like that. You know what? For the YouTube Premium thing, the YouTube Premium should be bundled together with YouTube TV. I'm nitpicking here, but I feel like I have a right to. So these are some of the things that I think about, that I think that Google should really rock with this Pixel Pass. If this thing is true, if it's absolutely true, then they can do this. They can make this happen. And if it's a monthly subscription base, why not? You know what I mean? They would be the first ones to actually do this. Like, this is, in the way that I'm seeing it, it's very different from doing installment billing on the phone. You know what I mean? Doing an installment billing on the phone, there's possible down payment, credit check, and all that other stuff. This would be totally different. However, the big thing is like, if they were to do this, and let's say that they were to do it the way that I think they're going to do it, where basically you pay a monthly subscription fee, that gets you the phone, and that gets you all those perks. Hey, what's up, Oscar? What's going on? That gets you the phone and all the perks. Let's say that they did that, right? What would stop somebody from getting that to get a Pixel without paying full price and then taking it somewhere else, right? Because Google Fi phones are unlocked already. They're not locked to Google Fi. They're not locked to, they're not carrier locked. You can pop a SIM card in there. And so what would stop somebody from doing that and then just running off with the phone, right? Well, personally, you shouldn't do that, because that'll screw your credit, right? That the outstanding balance of everything will be added to your credit report, and that would look really bad. But some people don't care about their credit. So how would they generally do this, and make it to where people aren't just utilizing them to get the latest Pixel phone at a near cheap price or nearly for free or something like that. And I think one of the things that they without having to lock down the phone, because that would be like the worst thing that they would do, is to switch it off and add in a carrier lock to something that was already unlocked. That would just like totally be like unappealing, right? When you step with your best foot forward, you sure as hell don't want to step with your dirty foot right after. But I think obviously, if you disable Google Fi service on the phone, or if you take it out completely, or if you cancel your Google Fi service, I think that all the perks should go, and you're automatically billed the remainder balance of what the phone costs, right? Because honestly, like I said, these phones are unlocked, and Google Pixel phones have eSIM and regular SIM support. You know what I mean? So you actually could, opt for the Pixel Pass and say, because it requires you to have Google Fi service, so you sign up for Google Fi service. But you can do like the plan's going to be included in. I don't know what plan they're going to choose. They're going to choose Simple Unlimited or Unlimited Plus. If it's simply unlimited, then obviously it's all unlimited, 22 gig threshold, but no data only SIM, and no. You wouldn't have to worry about Google One support, because that comes with this Pixel Pass. But however, it could be the Unlimited Plus. But either way, that plan's included in. But you can still use your primary account on the phone, right? If it's eSIM support, then if it's not eSIM support, if you have a physical SIM, then you can just install the Google Fi services on eSIM and just have it sit in background as like a backup line or something like that, and then use your main carrier in the SIM slot. Vice versa, you can always get a Google Fi SIM card and just have Fi on the SIM card, and then your main provider on eSIM, just whatever you choose. These Pixel phones are very versatile. So, um, but I think that's like a way that they could do this with, including giving you the phone uh, with the monthly subscription, and without having to carry or lock the phone. If they decide to carry or lock the phone, I mean that is what it is. I mean, playing devil's advocate, thinking about, okay, the business aspect of things, and then a user end aspect of things. They're always going to conflict, because it's natural for end users to want to get the most they possibly can for the less amount, and businesses, it's natural for them to try to give out as little as possible for the amount that they're asking. So they're always going to be on opposite ends of the table when it comes to business. I feel like that this Pixel Pass has some potential to be very good, but also can be detrimental if executed improperly, which Google has been known to do from time to time, sadly. But that is the truth, and we'll have to see. But what do you guys think about this Pixel Pass? Have you guys already researched it up to find out what it is, what it's about? You guys tell me. And as we move on to the next thing, we're going to be talking about the Pixel 6 and the 6 Pro, and people complaining about the bezel on it. There is a slight bezel on the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. If you haven't looked at the screen closely, you can kindly see that there is a border around the display. It's not a drastic, huge border, but there is one there. And a lot of people are upset because they're like, it's taking a step back from the Pixel 5. The Pixel 5, basically having near bezel. It's pretty bezel-less with the selfie camera on the front, the punch hole design on the top left corner of the display. A lot of people were just like, I think the Pixel 6, the bezels on the Pixel 6 are comparable to what you see on the Pixel 4a. Or almost to that extent. Personally, I don't even know why people get aggravated with seeing any type of bezel around the display at all whatsoever. I mean, we're not literally going back to the days of like the giant bezels on the Pixel 2 or anything like that. I mean, it's it's just mind-boggling how that could be something that everyone gets really aggravated about. Like, when you're staring at your screen, you no longer see the bezels anymore. I mean, it's not what you're looking for, right? When you're watching YouTube, you're not looking at the bezel to be interested in the bezel. You are looking at the screen. So when you're looking at the screen, right, like we have this thing, our eyes produce this really weird thing that happens, right? That's why I say like your eyeballs are like the best camera in the world, right? You see things in very vividly and whatnot, and sharpness and in depth. You can create your own bokeh effect with your own eyes. That's how awesome these eyeballs are, man. They're like the best camera sensors in the world. And when you're looking at a display, your eyes can do this nice little trick where, since it solely focuses on what it's watching on the display, all else around it just becomes gone, faded, right? Like this is the stage of immersion in the what you're watching on your display. That's why I always never understood why people were so hung up on bezels. Like, there's just, I mean, I don't know. Does everyone have to have a reason? That's why I feel like what's happening here is that someone is trying to find a reason to complain about the latest upcoming Pixel device, so they have something negative to say about it. But why does something negative always have to be said about something that's new, right? Like the iPhone 13 and 13 Pros came out, and you know what? Like they received a warm welcome. But there are people who are actually tearing that phone down automatically. Like I got on the last live stream that I talked about, and I said it, like I watched Chris Perillo's video where he compared photos from the Pixel 4 XL and the iPhone 13 Pro Max. And he was comparing still photography, not videography. So no videos. And the Pixel 4 XL did quite well as far as retaining as much detail as possible. Even in background objects, it retained a lot more detail. It didn't overly expose or blow out any area. whereas the iPhone 13 Pro Max did. Now, people were just like, yeah, the cameras for still photography suck on the iPhone 13. I'm like, no, they don't. I've seen a lot of photos taken from people who have the iPhone 13 Pro Max or iPhone 13s, and the photos look good. The colors are vivid and pop, and it feels nice when you look at that photo. But I will tell people, like, yes, if you're going to compare it to, say, like the Pixel 4 XL, I mean, maybe even the Pixel 5, you compare photos. If you're looking for detail, as much detail as possible, the Pixel is gonna beat the iPhone when it comes to that. It can grab a lot of foreground and background details, right? Like if I snap a photo right now of myself, there's a selfie of myself on my Pixel. I know for a fact every strand of hair on my head, if you zoom into the photo, you're going to see every strand. It's not just going to blot the blacks in my hair as to just like a black colored area. It'll actually, you will find the individual strands when you zoom in the shot. And on the iPhone 13 Pro, Pro Max, it has a tendency to just like turn this black area of my hair into a blotch rather than define the strands strand by strand. But in all seriousness, who the hell takes the time to look for the individual tiniest details in a photo, right? If I was to whip my phone out and say, hey, pictures of the kids that we went on a vacation, and here's pictures of the kids and what we did, right? Like you're looking at my kids, you're looking at the background and the things that we did, but you're not going to look to see if you could read the sign on the alligator that's like 35 feet behind me, that's like appears that small on the photo. You're not going to zoom that shot in to see what his thing. You don't care because you're looking at the photo that I'm presenting of my kids on vacation. Like I think sometimes today, like we get so far ahead of ourselves, and we put our foot so far forward that we kind of forget that, normalcies, that's our limitation point. What we really do with a phone at the end of the day, what we really do with a lot of the things that we tend to get ourselves into with our smartphones and everything like that is not that intricate. It's really not. Quick stream check. Let me know if I'm freezing or anything like that, please. If I start to just like glitch out and or make a weird frozen face, please tell me. And if I do make a funny face, screenshot it and tweet it and tag me in it. Make fun of me. I don't care. I think it's fun. But if you catch me frozen in a weird facial expression, just screenshot it and put it on Twitter. That'd be so much fun to see. So let me know if it's glitching out, because it still shows me. That's what I like about Restream. It tells me my signal strength on the live stream. And today, for some reason, Visible is just crapping out. It's just showing me 1 bar. And so when I see 1 bar and it's red, it's telling me the signal is weak. So I don't even know if the stream is going great. If it's freezing too much, let me know, and I'll turn off video feed and just have like my avatar on there, and you guys can just hear my voice. I can make adjustments for you guys just as long as so that way it doesn't break your immersion into the live stream. You know what I mean? Anyways, so I was saying how we use our phones, the things that we do like with photos and stuff like that. We like to get ahead of ourselves. It's looking good. Thanks, Oscar. Appreciate it, man. Like we'll take a photo of something and we'll just. We think that the inner geek in us requires us to nitpick the damn thing to the T, and it's not even like that. If it takes a good photo, it takes a good photo. This is why I tell people, like, although when it comes to retaining as much detail as possible in a photo, the Pixels will outdo iPhones in that. And hands down, it will do that. But it doesn't mean that the iPhones don't take good photos. When you do portrait mode, there's comparisons that I'm seeing. Like if y'all ain't subscribed to Grant S Tech, subscribe to his channel. But good homie of mine, and he does a lot of photo comparisons. So he's really good at lining up shots with his phones and stuff like that. And there's photos that he took where you would think that the Pixels portrait mode should outdo the iPhones, and in fact the iPhones looks way better, and I'm a Pixel fanboy, and I'm going to say this: there are some photos taken where people use portrait mode on the iPhone that look better than what's on the Pixel. There's portrait shots from people that had Pixels that look better than any other phone out there. But at the end of the day, we can appreciate those photos, right? It's not really all about let's look for the fine details. Let's see how much blur did the background do. Did the background do a 47% yield on the blur, or was it an 86%? Who gives a flying flip what it is? If the photo looks good, the photo looks good. Why can't we just appreciate the photo for what it is? It's just like iPhone users love to throw out like right now, everyone's going bananas over the cinematic mode, being able to quickly divert focus from foreground to background and create a bokeh effect and everything within the video recording. It's a great thing, and you know what? People are going to really find some very cool ways to express themselves through video using cinematic mode on an iPhone. But do everyday end users need that to record life moments in a 60-second clip or maybe a 5-minute clip at max? No, you don't. No one really does. It's like when people go in and they want to sound so savant that they go in that way of just like, they talk about the Pixel 5 and its video taking capabilities, and I hear all this negative talk. The reason why I'm rolling around eating hot Cheetos and laughing my ass off when I go to places like Reddit and stuff like that, where people get very in depth on what they're trying to express, is because they'll go on and they'll talk about it, like the Pixel 5. I use this one for example because they all like to trash it when it comes to video. So funny. And so yeah, the Pixel 5 is not that good at video. All Pixels are not that good at video. And then I post a video to Reddit, and then someone will actually like it. Someone will hit me with a message and talk about what I said in the video, and then give me a, by the way, that quality of your video is awesome. And I'm just like, dude, you just said the other day that the Pixel 5's video is trash. Now you're telling me that my video is awesome? It was shot on a Pixel 5. But I don't rub it in on anybody on Reddit. That's not what I'm there to do. I'm not there to rub anyone's face in the mud or nothing like that. That's not the type of person that I am. But it does feel good to know that while people can sit there and really just kind of like judge things on a level and really try to emphasize on certain things, however, on a day-to-day thing could really capture them and actually make them go against their own convictions. It's kind of funny, but I don't rub people's faces in it. And I think a lot of mobile phones today, they all have something that they are pretty good at, right? Pixels are pretty good at photo, and I wouldn't have it any other way, because at the end of the day, much easier to take a photo than it is to take a video. Recording video is not that easy, especially if you want to vlog. Being a vlogger is not easy at all. It's really hard to do. Obviously, you got to have the motivation to record days of your, like clips of your day. You got to have the motivation to do that. And if you're a daily vlogger, that's even harder. Like there are some vloggers who pretty much like put together multiple different things from their week into one vlog, and that's like a week vlog. Troy, what's going on, man? Welcome. They'll do that. But then there's those who daily vlog, and that's even harder because you have to be motivated to gather interesting clips of your day. And of course, one major rule to being a vlogger is you got to be outgoing, because if most of your day is you're at home, what the hell are you going to vlog about? That's going to be interesting for anyone to actually look at, But I feel like a lot of phones today are capable of being vlogging cameras. Regardless, and people could be on one side of the spectrum and be completely for Apple iPhones and be like they're the only ones that can take video, which is not true. Samsung Galaxy S21s take pretty good videos. I've seen them, and I feel the Pixel 5 take pretty good videos too. I mean, if you're looking for for dirt, obviously you're gonna find it, right? So like I record video with my Pixel 5. People say it actually looks pretty good. I'll tell people, if you really want to see like what people are talking about, try to zoom in on the video, and you will find like haze, like in the corners of the video, like I'm trying to angle this right, like right here and right there and down here and down there, right? Like you might see some little fuzziness in the corner, everything like that, and people will spot that when they're looking for it, right? Because people have told me that my Pixel 5 videos look sharp, and then when I tell them it's a Pixel 5, then their whole atmosphere changes. Like, oh, okay, well, yeah, it's all right, it works, but iPhones are a lot more sharp. They'll go in because they just got caught with their pants down. Like, yeah, they may not be as superb as what's recorded on an iPhone, but I would have won it any other way. I mean, iPhones are good for videos, and people really use iPhones to do a lot of video related things. And so why not let that be something that the iPhone locks down, and still photography still be locked down by Google Pixels. That's my thing, comparison of them. I don't know why I went this far in depth with this subject, but wow. It's hashtag ADHD, first world problems. That's me. I just start rambling on and on and on about something. I'm not very good at this YouTube stuff. If you guys didn't know, I'm not very good at it at all. Like, I can't stick to a theme, and I can't stick to a subject. Like, I just end up going all over the place. As funny as it is. But yeah, I was just like, okay. Anyways, so the bezels, that's where we were going with. The bezels that people are complaining about in the Pixel 6. They always try to find a way to have something to complain about. And for me, I'm just like, okay, you know what? Like, there's not going to be a 100% perfect phone. There will never be. I will bet someone $3 billion there will never be a perfect smartphone for everybody, because we all have our preferences. We all have the things that we like and what we dislike. We have size preferences. We have display options. We have mechanicals like foldables or candy bar style. We may want a phone that has a camera sensor that's like this big, and that would be like the perfect one for us. So we might want one that's like this small, but like 8 of them. Some people may want 16 sensors on the back, and each one doing something. Some people just probably only prefer one sensor on the back. Some people may want like ultra lasting battery and want a 7,000 milliamp hour battery. Some people may be okay with a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. Some people may want front firing speakers. Some people may want a top and bottom firing speaker. Some people may want the squawk box in the back. Like, we're all not the same mindless thing that's in a herd. We all have different things. We all like different things. And then we're all going to look at things from a different perspective. I can take photos and put it down on the table, and I guarantee you, if I put 50 people in the room and come in one by one to determine which one's better, all 50 is not going to choose the photo on the right or the photo on the left. It's always going to be mixed. It's going to be a mixed ratio of things. Maybe like a good 80% of them like the photo on the right, and the rest of the 20 like the photos on the left. Or, it just depends, because people like different things. And finally, this whole thing about people celebrating the upcoming event for the Pixel 6, I'm going to tell people on social platforms, hear my words when I say this, okay? Drink bleach. Nothing sucks worse than for someone to express how they're excited about something, and then somebody else who's not a fan of that particular product just wants to go in there and just heckle the person and give them such a hard time. Like, from what? What does it matter to people what other people do or like? What does it matter to them? Why does it matter to them? How does it kill their day? Is that how they spend their day? Do they go around and they talk about, oh my God, he said he's excited for the Pixel 6. I can't eat. I can't sleep. Like, what is wrong with people? Like, why is it that what other people do affects people to that extent? How do you let something like that get to you at that point? And then at what point do you really just kind of like shut yourself away from social media so you can actually have some semblance of a real life? I mean, people are going to be announcing that they're excited for Pixel 6. A lot of people are going to be excited. The Team Pixel guys are obviously excited because they probably got their email today or yesterday that had them confirm their address, so that way Google ships the phone to the correct address. And because nothing sucks worse than you not updating your address with Team Pixel and they don't confirm your address and they just ship your phone out to you, and some new person that lives in an apartment gets a knock on the door, gets the box, opens it, and is like, oh my God, someone just sent me a Google Pixel phone for nothing. Like, that's gotta suck. So yes, they Team Pixel members do get an email from Team Pixel management, and they have to confirm their address before they ship out the review units to Team Pixel members, so that way they make sure that they get the review units. And I think that might have been what's happening, because like a lot of people that I know that are officially Team Pixel members are like posting on Twitter that they're excited. We're 8 days away. They're excited. They may be getting their review units. I believe the bigger YouTubers like MKBHD, they've already gotten the Pixel 6, and they're playing around with it. Lucky ducks. But when people are excited for things, I think people really should just kind of back off and let people have that moment. You know what I mean? Yeah, like the sorriest thing to do is to go in and just start raining on someone's parade just because they were excited for something. That's just, I don't know. And then I am still taking, it's not really a poll, but I am still asking the question. You can feel free to comment your predictions. And I really want people to be comfortable and not feel like that, they're going to get ripped a new one or whatever. So predictions, base model, Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. What do you think the price is going to be? That's the first question that I'm going to ask. You guys can comment that in the chat right now, your predictions. If you're watching the replay, you can comment that down below. Be interested to know what people think. And do you guys think that a Pixel Fold and a Pixel Tab and Pixel Watch is all going to be announced at the Made by Google event? Because to me, there has to be something else that's coming down the pipe. There has to be. You're talking about an event, maybe an hour long, okay? You can explain a lot of the Pixel 6 in detail in 20 minutes. You can show the phone. You can talk about the display, talk about the tensor chip, talk about the new camera sensors, talk about all these things regarding the Pixel 6 that makes it stand out from previous generations, and be done with that entire discussion in detail in 20 minutes. And if the event is an hour long, then what is left for them to talk about for 40 minutes? Those are some of the things that I'm thinking about. So I think to myself, like maybe the rumors didn't get it right. Maybe the Pixel Watch is slated for release. Maybe we're getting another update refresh to the Google Chromecast with Google TV. Maybe we're getting a new Stadia controller. Maybe the Pixel Tab does exist. But when I think about that, I think about the M&M's Christmas commercial where red M&M and yellow M&M are going down. They're going downstairs, and red M&M's talking. Like he doesn't believe in Santa, and then all of a sudden he sees Santa Claus, and he's like, he does exist. And then Santa Claus turns around and sees the M&Ms. They do exist, and they both pass out of shock. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. It's like a weird thing. And finally, you know what? For the rest of this Monday podcast, Halloween is not far off away. What are you guys doing for Halloween? I'll tell you guys what I intend to do. I mean, I've been watching the news lately. Been watching it very closely because I'm listening to see what our state is going to allow us to do. How are they going to allow kids to trick or treat? One of the most stupidest things that I've heard was that there's going to be Halloween masks that act as a filter for breathing, and so you would have to have a approved Halloween mask to trick or treat. That's just ridiculous. But anyways, yeah, I'm trying to figure that out, because if they are going to allow them to go trick or treating, well then, I love Halloween, and I love walking my kids around and taking them trick or treating and taking photos and taking videos. So if we do go trick or treating that night, I will probably go live on Twitter, just do a live stream for maybe 20 minutes, and then I'll just record video clip after video clip and maybe post it to TikTok or something. I don't know. I really haven't been active on TikTok. I just got active back on Instagram again. I've been ignoring that place for a while, and I feel so bad. But if they outlaw trick-or-treating again this year, then what I absolutely wanted to do... I gotta charge this mod. What I absolutely wanted to do was take my kids camping. There are campgrounds nearby the city that are kind of in the outskirts. I wanted to rent like a camp spot, get like a tent that fits all of us in it, set up a tent, create a little fire. You know, I'm freezing. Oh no. Uh, I knew eventually that was going to happen. Let me know if the stream came back. I just need the stream to hang on for 5 more minutes before I close it out. I'm good now? Okay. So yeah, the plan is to rent rent a camping spot, get a tent, and get a fire going in the evening time, cook some hot dogs on the grill, maybe some chili dogs, because we love chili dogs, and make some s'mores and tell ghost stories. I was thinking about taking my my Bluetooth little stereo thing that I got from to review, the little Almaze water resistant stereo speaker, and besides telling my own ghost stories and stuff and whatever, also, there's this podcast I listen to called Scary Stories Told in the Dark by Otis Gyrie. And it's real good stories. And have me and the kids, listen to his stories. They're pretty creepy with sound effects and everything like that. And then that'd be what we do for like Halloween, and dress up. The kids can dress up in their Halloween costumes and run around the campground scaring each other if they want to. I think that's what I'll do if trick-or-treating is off the table. So that's my plans. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this podcast, guys. Thanks for coming in and listening to what I had to say. And you know what? I got hit by ADHD again. So shout out to ADHD me, because that totally got me today. I just went far left field. But hopefully you guys enjoyed what I had to say in there. Hey, Lady Red's Tech Reviews in here on the Facebook side. Hope all is well at work if you are working today, and hope your shop is doing great. Yeah, there's always replay. It's always a replay. But yeah, I got to jam out of here. I got some other things to do, waiting on a call. So yeah, I'll see you guys back Wednesday. I'll come back Wednesday and everything, and we should be good then. More videos coming on the Road to Pixel 6 launch, and I will go live and do a live reaction to the Made by Google event. So I hope to see you guys there. That'll be simulcasting to Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So it'll be on all platforms. Yeah. But other than that, thank you guys so much for joining in. Love you guys very much. I'll see you guys Wednesday on a podcast.